Manuchca, the Haitian NGO Cipher, Special Edition, NGO Doublespeak Bible. Okay? Pay attention. Humanitarian intervention. We must intervene to help you. What they really mean. We must enter to control outcome and access resource. Security assistance. We're improving safety. What they really mean. Violence will increase, but it will be manageable in their favor. Stability mission. We want stability. By George, they do. What they really mean. Nothing fundamental must change. Peace process. We're facilitating peace. What they really mean. You better accept injustice and stay quiet so business can continue. Development aid. We're helping you develop. What they mean is that we are going to restructure you to depend on us. Capacity building. We're strengthening local capacity. What they really mean. We're sidelining locals and hiring ourselves. Technical assistant. We're, we're providing expertise. What they really mean. Foreign consultant will replace lived knowledge. Best practices. This is globally proven. What they really mean, it works somewhere else with different people in different conditions. Okay? Evidence based policy. The data support this. The data was selected, what they really mean. That data was selected to justify a pre made decision. Pilot program. We're testing solution. What they really mean. We will be experimenting on you. Infrastructure investment. We're building infrastructure. What they really mean. Money move. Infrastructures don't last. Public private partnership. Collaboration is key. What they really mean. Public assets will become private profit. Market liberalization. Free market create growth. What they really mean. Local producers would not be able to compete, and we will see to it they collapse. Economic reform. The economy needs reform. We need it open and weak, is what they're saying. Fiscal discipline. Budgets must be controlled. Show what they really mean. Social spending must be cut. Debt, debt relief. We're erasing your burden. What they mean is that we are resetting the leash. We're tightening it up. We're going to give you a better one. This one is weak. We need a stronger one on you. That's what they mean. Investment climate. We're improving condition. What they really say. We're protecting investors, not people. Job creation. We're creating jobs. What that mean? Temporary, low wage, donor funded position. Entrepreneur support. We're empowering entrepreneur. What they really mean? Survival, hustle, replace real industry. So you better learn how to survive being hustle because that's going to replace real industry. That's what they're telling you. Inclusive growth, growth for everyone. It means growth for the few. That's what they're telling you. You know, patience for the rest. Okay, that's what that means here. Education reform. We're moralizing education. Public school deterioration. NGOs will fill gaps briefly. Let me repeat. The public school will deteriorate. The NGOs will fill the gap briefly, giving an appearance that education is going smoothly. And also, the Education will be gutted. That's education reform. Okay. Skill training. We teaching skill. The real narrative is narrow skills for donor priority, not national needs. So whatever they're giving you, it's not something that's universal. It's not something that can be used out the terrain. It's something to facilitate whatever it is that that or NGO that a NGO system wants. That's really what it is. It is just to facilitate their need, like their priority, and to ensure that things get done so they can freaking more donor money, right? And then they have youth empowerment. We empower the youth. What they really mean, we occupy them so they don't rebel. That's what they say. Curriculum development. We're we're updating the curriculum. Cultural memory is diluted, it's wiped out. Well, I'll be honest with you, that's what they were attempting to do in Haiti. They literally with there's so much filth, like the books, that's one of the reasons that I tell people as Haitian we really have to toward that whole model with the it's because people we looked at the books. Oh my God, the history book. They weren't only being diluted, they were deliberately, intentionally removing the actual history and taking parts from all over the planet, adding people that's not in the history, and wanted to do all kind of things. Then we have the next one, which is digital learning. Um, Technology will resolve it. What they're saying here: no teachers, no infrastructure, just screens. And then they go healthcare. We're expanding access. What they really mean is minimum care, maximum data collection. Healthcare strengthen. We're strengthening the system. Just another part of the NGO machine. It's like a parallel NGO system replacing a national one. Medical outreach. What they're saying, they'll say, we're reaching communities. What that means is that short visit, long photos, and stuff like that. Public health campaign. We're preventing diseases. What they're saying is that responsibility is shifted to individual research and partnership. We're advancing science. Bodies provide data. Benefits go everywhere. Pretty much in the NGO machinery, it's like guinea pig, pretty much. Food security. No one should go hungry. Y'all hear that label all the time. What they mean is that food import replaced local agriculture. We learned that firsthand. We learned that back in the 80s, but I say early 90s and stuff like that. Like, literally, the agriculture system was devastated with the so-called food security. That's one of the reasons to run toward the NGO whole complex and stuff. It's strong here. It's like really strong, man. It's very primal on us sometimes. That people don't really, it's very primal on us. To the point that I think that we are virtually allergic to this molecular. We're gonna help you grow. I said, no, they're not. They're not from that country. They have never worked on that soil. They don't know the planting time based on the moons, the sun, the cycles. Because keep in mind, they're not Haitian. That's not what they're saying. What they're saying here, they're gonna destroy their agriculture. Because what they're gonna do here, they're gonna bring a whole lot of plants from outside of the terrain that's gonna cross pollinate. That's gonna cause diseases in other plants. Don't get it confused. This is a byproduct, something they want, because this whole system is very parasitic. It runs on perversion. It really runs on perversion. Nothing they say is what it is that they're doing. and there's no accident at all in the machinery. Those accidents are supposed to happen because what it does, it opened another splinter for another NGO phase. And if that one go messed up, there's another splinter. And it's like they keep it's like the crop keep growing legs and tentacles and stuff like that. So no part of it actually go to waste. Okay, they have like nutrition base. We're improving nutrition. That which means that processed food will become aid. Basically, food in a can, in a box, ready to go to give you all kind of illnesses. That's what they're talking about here. Because we witnessed that firsthand. A lot of people had all kind of illnesses that they didn't have, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and everything. People, especially when they stop eating organic food and stuff like that. So that's why we still have that feeling over on this side of town. And then they have like culture modernization and stuff like that, agriculture modernization. We're modernizing the farming. Basically, meaning that they're going to flood the market, and all the small farmers are going to be crashed. How do they do that? It's like it's the peak. People are just coming with their fresh rice or whatever it is they bring into town. Here you have people that are coming to have machinery. They have genetically modified food, and they're going to sell it like at least 75 to 80% cheaper than you. And because it's coming in industrial capacity. Now, a small farmer cannot keep up with this. So what will happen? The poor farmer, their food is going to be looked at as too expensive, right? While their food is being looked at as too expensive, the big genetically modified people that just came to town, they knew it was season, right? They knew that on purpose. They did it on purpose. They just crushed the little guy, and this is called agriculture uh, modernization. This is what they're calling this crap. And a lot of the small and this thing is going to create a problem tomorrow because what happened here? If they do this like 4 or 5 seasons, based on what we saw, we like, hey, it only takes about 3 or 4 seasons, and they can really roll back your whole agriculture sector. You know, so like our agriculture sector took a hit because who would want to buy a small bag of rice for $3 or $4 when you can buy that shit? You can buy for like a dollar, or you buy 50 cents, a quarter, or a nickel. And most of the rices that they sell, especially in the global south, those rice bags, those are the rice that's on the floor that typically would go in the trash can because of all of the imperfection, all kind of stuff, whatever the machine would spit out. And now they don't do that. This is part of the crop that is eaten in modern cultural modernization. That is why sometimes when they wash them, it gives you all this liquid, this white. Why you have to take so long to wash it because it was actually on the floor and people was actually walking in it. And a lot of people throughout the whole planet, unfortunately, are eating these type of rice, and they package. It's all over the planet. It's not just that, all over the planet, especially in the global south. Okay, and but that's part of the the modernization when it comes to agriculture, unfortunately. And then they have like seed assistance. What it is that we're helping farmers plant. Basically, what they're doing in here is that they're creating dependency. The whole system work on dependency. It's like, okay, it's perversion with a halo on that is creating dependency because they have to create a narrative why they on these terrains. They have to have a reason. And if you really sit down, you start questioning them, you will notice two things real quick. Nothing they say add up, and then you could trip them up because they'll go back around a circle, and then they'll forget lies that they said why they there. Okay, so genetically modified seeds are often given to people. 98% of the time, it's genetically modified seeds that's going to destroy the soil of the land. Not only destroy the soil of the land, which is going to create another avenue for more NGOs to come in later on. Now you're going to have the ones coming in claiming they come to help the soil. The problem I have with the whole thing is that they're not from that country. They're not used to the soil. They haven't worked with the soil. They don't know what these soils look like based on the position of the moon, the rainy season, etc. So basically, they don't know the damn land that they claiming that they went to help. They don't know nothing about the damn land. And for me, if you ask me, they get in the way and they create more harm to the land. Me personally, I think globally, that needs to be axed throughout the whole four corners of this planet. People should not be running into soils that they knew nothing about touching it. Honestly, if the human race want to do something good for Mother Earth, people coming in with book knowledge that they never touched the soil and know nothing about that country should respect Mother Earth that enough to know. Don't touch this soil. This soil is a little different than the soil you're used to. Don't come experiment here and kill these people. Um, Irritable land. That's one reason I'm very proud of the Haitian world. We understood that. We're like, you don't know the land, man. There's no attachment to the land. Yeah, we hear that garbage. How long you planted this at? And this is like, I'll see this later in the video. I came to help y'all plant. What? Come to help who? Who you coming to help? Boo boo. Boo boo. Don't play like that. Boo boo. Do you know how long people in my blood been planting the earth? And you coming to do what? Man, you coming to create dependency. Get your little dependency created tail out of here. Um, and then they have this climate smart agriculture. It's about sustainability. What it means is like new rules, same instruction. It's not different people. It's just like they really good with words, man. They good with labeling. And then they have water access, where they say clean water for all. They don't mean that's the people. Well, instead of public system. These people like water for all. A lot of people don't know that Haiti actually sits on an aquifer filter. A lot of people on this planet don't know that. There are parts of Haiti you cannot physically dig because if you do, you will run into an aquifer filter. Period. That's why there's crypts throughout the whole place that we don't really bury the dead in the nation of Haiti because the land is actually where our land is actually aquifer because of that. And a lot of people don't know that. So there's actually bountiful of fresh water over there, bountiful. But when you have people who their life mission is perversion, and also they need a narrative for them to stay, especially when the terrain is like you're worthless, leave, leave now, and don't come back. And for me, I think it's hubris because it's like they're trying to claw in. It's like they're digging in. They know they got to go. They know there's no need for them. They know that. And I think that they're scared. And I think it's with the whole Vivo on some stuff coming. I think it's just, I think it's like panicking. They know they got to go. They got to get their tail out of there, man. More harms are done, man. I mean, you can't dirty something from all four corners, getting abused in all four corners, and think you can do it here and thinking everything be okay. It's a system that's dead, especially, I can say for Haiti, it's dead. There's no need for them. They're worthless. They're not worth the air they breathe. So they just need to take their little tail and go back where the hell they come from. Like, really, like, go away. Go away. It's like unneeded bugs, like bed bugs. So, literally. And then they have like sanitation program, and they were like improving hygiene. But this improving hygiene, there is like no pipe, no sewer, no state investment. Basically, it's outhouses, people. Okay, this is like the sanitation stuff I'm talking about here because it's perversion. Everything they're saying is not what they're doing. Yes, they look good, and yes, they good with the charm of fencing. Yes, they got that little halo on their heads. Okay, and you're charmed by the little halo. You're charmed by the little fancy word they're saying. They move in perversion, people, and they have environmental protection. We protect nature. Bullcrap. Okay, locals are restricted. Corporations aren't. That's what they're saying. So basically, oh, oh, nature, 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 nature. No, they are going to go in these lands that don't belong to them. They have no historical connection, and they're going to say this is for nature. And when they say this is for nature, meaning there it's more for their enclave and whatever malarkiness that they want to do in other people's land that they have to visit doing, that they really need to take their tail out of there. So, and then they have conservation area. We're preserving land. No, they're not. No, they're not. People are being removed off land. No, they're not. They're actually going to create more of a hut situation. They're going to put them all in one area. Because if you pay attention to what's going on right now in Port-au-Prince, those poor people that have homes, people that spend 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years building their homes and stuff like that, people that did it with knickknacks, right? No government funding, no NGO funding, did it themselves. You know, they did it by the sweat of their bra. Um, these people, they sucked the V on someone. I thought I knew it was the NGOs. I said, that's them. They need a reason to be on the land, and they're gonna need a bigger publicly. And I told my friends that they're not gonna build a home for them. They're gonna be right there. They're not gonna build no home for them. And they make a bed, they're gonna be right there under them sheets. And they would love, 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 love. Ooh, this will be their wet dream. I'll be honest with y'all, they probably bust a nut so hard, man. Their Elon Musk probably would never be able to get the moon, but they would have gotten the moon that day. If there is a major disease outbreak, they would love, 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 love that. And the reason they would love that because they would market it. And the reason they market it because that's how they make their money. They move in perversion. It has nothing to do with charity, people. It has nothing to do with love. It's business, people. And I know it's hard for people to believe that. I say it's just business. It has nothing to do with conscience. It has nothing to do with love. It has nothing to do with caring and nurturing. None of that stuff. Where they operate, lands that they have no connection with the people, no history with the people. It makes it easier that when they do these crimes, they can go home. It don't matter because the minute they get on their flight home, everything's forgotten. Especially they live in areas in their country that these very same people that they have harmed will never be able to step foot in these terrains where they stay at. So they are 100% removed. So I like to say, I don't know a lot of people know that, but like roaches, roach. Can you imagine? You see roaches and stuff like that. But did you know roaches, when they come out of a trash can, that they wipe their little hand and clean their hand? That's the privacy of the whole NGO complex to me. They're like roaches. They come out and they wipe their little hands and stuff out the field. But yet they walk in all kind of field. That's them. You will see, the more I talk, you see I have really strong discontent, like sometimes border animus, and very like hate the whole umbilical cord of the whole thing, and just think that it's worthless. Something the human race do not need. Because I don't get it. You got a whole extraction parasitic entity masquerading as benevolent, saving the human race that never produced anything. You'll be hard pressed to find any of it that truly work on this planet. That truly, truly, truly work. You'll be hard pressed. And here's a caveat: the darker the area is, I bet you theirs is wonky, 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 wonky. Borderline cruelty, masquerading as humanitarian. Okay, and then they have like government reform. This is like something that they really love to touch. This government reform, better government. I like leaders must be compliment. Um, better leadership. Leadership who? When I hear them, like for who? They're not even from this place. They say they're in country. They have no biological connection. They have no stirring attachment to this place. They're not from this place. They're nobodies that came in here. The nobodies that came in here to become somebody. They need to make the somebody become nobody so they can enrich themselves. It's really the name of the game. The oldest trick in the book, man. The oldest trick in the book, man. Um, and then like institution building. We're building institutions. What damn institution you building? They don't build. People don't get it. Extractionists don't build. I like sometimes I break my heart when I see like, oh y'all think they're gonna do something for y'all? They're not gonna do anything for y'all. If they're gonna do it, they've been did it. We since 1915 to now, we know better than everybody on this planet. We're like they're not gonna do it. They're just not people. And be like, why don't you? Because I remember somebody like, why don't y'all believe they're gonna do something? They're not. I mean, intervention was done over there, man. What did we get? Why do y'all? They said they need y'all to trust them. Trust what? Organ harvesters, PDFers of little ones, people that's um, advising for drones to drop on innocent calling security. Those are the type that need to be trusted here. You got your rabbit mind. They work in perversion, man. I kid you not. The sweeter the word is, the more diabolical their action gonna be. Hey, I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of the system. And then anti-corruption program. We're fighting corruption. Like, no, they're not. No, they're not. They're doing selective enforcement. That's what they're doing over there. Transparency initiative. Oh, like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Open government. It means reports without consequences, people. Rule of law. Law applied. Oh, it does, except them. Being honest with y'all. Election support. Supporting democracy. In Haiti, we were like, democracy. depending on what the term and the condition is. And people look at us that serious. It's democracy. It depends on what the term and the condition is. That's what democracy means. But in their world, management acceptable outcome. But me being Haitian, I would say it all depends. What's the contract they had with you? If they like the contract, then you're democratic. If they don't like the contract, then you're not. Then you're a gang. If you're in a gang, you're a communist. That's basically how the game go, man. Ain't nothing new to it. Ain't no new script here. And then they have like voters education. Education voters. Steering expectation. They're not sparing no expectation. No, they're not. They they want you to do what they want to see on the voting ballot. Okay? And then they have like civil society support. We empower citizens. Shoo. Funding friendly voices. Basically suck ups. People that lick the crack of them. Those are the friendly voices they have there. People that's like their little cheerleader, acting like, how you have the cool kids, the cool clique. I kid you sometimes. Sometimes this planet's run like a freaking elementary school. You know, you don't have the popular kid, the jocks, the nerds, the da da da. And then it's the same thing with this, the same format. When they talking about empowering citizens, basically it's like the cool kids have a club, and it's called civil society support. And then you have the nerdy ones. They have their own part of that. And then you have this, have their own part of it. I kid you not. Like, sometimes I feel like I kill brain cells thinking about this stuff. And then they have like what's called media training, strengthening journalism. No, they're not strengthening them. I just told you perversion is the name of the game. They're teaching them how to do soft narrative alignment, meaning how to take that story and curate it that makes them happy. That's what that crap is about. Freedom of expression. Now, there ain't no freedom of expression. Say the right thing and they rotate that tail. Do it. Free speech matter. No, it doesn't. You can't say everything. You can't. It matter. No, it doesn't. Because sometimes you'll say things and you think everybody over it and they're not. They were like, sure. Oh, it's okay. Oh, you spoke your little mind. And that's not true. They come for you. It's not if, it's when you drop the hammer. And that is the NGO world. Um, I personally haven't worked for NGOs. Want to clarify? I'm just saying this is just my observation from the outside looking in. Because for me, there's a rot in that system. Something is rotten. It stinks within that system because that system cannot deliver. It's amazing. It's a system that enables, and then also the system is corrupt because right now the system have went off the rail. They're doing organ harvesting throughout all four corners of the planet. Okay, and then they're doing human hunting too in all four corners of the planet. And then they're doing PDFs, and because what they doing here, they have a front like for example, in the daytime it's orphanage, right? And then you'll see people go take pictures and stuff, and they post it, and they look like they're so benevolent. They look like, oh my God, the cream of the planet. But at nighttime, them same little kids that you saw them taking pictures with, guess what? They're gonna go PDF them, right? So whenever their dinner and everything's done, they say, hey, them little kids you saw, bring them up here. Let me enjoy them real quick. So this is the rot that's in the NGO system. It's in it's in all four corners of the planet, people. Everywhere. It's in all four corners, man. That's a big problem on this planet. And where else? Where they have to find a home? It found a home in the NGO community. I'm telling you, it's a rot there, man. And then they have like what's called like human right monitoring. Like we monitor abuse. Oh goodness, it's a tool. Basically, it's documentation without justice. What they're doing. A lot of innocent people get targeted. The so-called human right. It's just a tool. It's like a stick. You have the carrot, and you have the stick. So human right is nothing but a stick. You'll be hard pressed to find one of them that's really genuine. They have real clean moral ethics, like really in the love for human beings. I don't think this planet really has a real robust. human rights organization. We don't. We can look around because we can see Haiti, that cholera, the PDFers, people trying to jump down their throat, trying to force intervention on them, trying to move in, low key trying to colonize the place, pretending they coming, you know what I'm saying? What's going on with Congo? Congo's been going on forever, okay? Sudan, I mean, here and there, they always doing that to the poor Sudanese. They put the Sudanese through the goddamn eye of a needle multiple times, sometimes for long stand 10, 15 years. What happened in Gaza? What happened in what's, what's going on in Palestine to this very day? What's going on in Syria? What happened to those poor people in Syria? Those poor people in Iraq? You know, Yemen. Oh my goodness, yo, that's insane. You know, like Yemen, Afghanistan, Pakistan. There are literally wholesale extermination of the Pakistanis going on here. You know, that are literally killing a lot of their people, and no one's asking a question about that. Okay. Um, it's a lot of things going on. I just know we, the human race, have not evolved where we have a real human right monitoring system. We just don't have it. We truly don't have it. It's an upside down world. We don't have that framework yet. Because right now, all of the ones that are masquerading as it's just a tool, people. It's like the carrot or the stick. It's just a damn stick. And it just depends on how big they want, what kind of stick that they want to use, people. I mean, it's a real cruel world out here, man. And then they have like protection framework. That's what they'll say. We're protecting the civilians. I guess that's what that's called in Port-au-Prince when they drone dropping on civilians and screaming, security, security, we're killing the guys. They ain't killing the gangs. That's not what they doing over there. They're killing the civilians. I don't need to go in there and take a look. I know exactly who's being killed. The civilians. Preferably the unarmed ones. That's what they're doing. They're going to kill the civilians, the unarmed ones. The very same ones they love to take pictures of and ask the world, help me, save it. Those are the ones that's dying. Like I said, there's no human rights organization on this planet. There is none. Okay? I don't know, maybe in the future, but right now there is none. And then they have like gender programming. And with all the woes that's going on the planet, like, oh, I forgot the struggle of the indigenous Chileans. I know the indigenous Ecuadorian, indigenous Nicaraguan, Guatemalan, the indigenous Colombians, the indigenous Venezuelans, the indigenous community in South America. Like my heart breaks a lot for them, and because it's like their struggle is is very long and it's been going on, and no one's really focused on it. And I kind of feel some kind of when people trying to erase them. I say, oh goodness gracious, they're trying to erase them, huh? Like I said, this planet collectively need to be re-educated about what's taking place and why these terrible things go down and what is this perversion crap that everybody's on, okay, with a halo on top of their heads, okay. And then they have like what's called child protection, safeguarding children. Children become funding symbol. They're not safeguarding no kids. Unfortunately, it's how a lot of these kids get trafficked and also this child protection crap. Unfortunately, and you know, a lot of kids get PDF traffic, organ harvest, and then that's it. After their body's been broken to many pieces, they're disposed of. Unfortunately, and that's that child protection stuff. A lot of that ill go on in there, man. That perversion go right on in that little system right there. And then you have like vulnerable population helping the vulnerable. Like no, they're not. They're not coming to help you. Perversion people. What they're gonna do? They're gonna institutionalize. They're gonna continue the abuse. I'm being honest. And then they have like emergency response. Immediate action is needed. The emergency it becomes permanent. So they like you'll see them in 10, 15 minutes. They have a new reason. And they're like, we need rapid deployment. I'm like, rapid deployment for what? Where are we moving to? Mm, bypass accountability. Basically, what they're trying to run in there hot, hot. Let's go. And then you have like a lot of people hear this what they call humanitarian corridor, which is safe access for aid, but really it's control access. It really is. It's just they control the access to wherever the people are trying to go to leverage. It's like you're gonna do what they say if you want in. If you don't, oh well, no. And we hear it all the time. I said, y'all don't get it. They just told you it's a corridor. If it's a corridor, that means it's a doorway. And if it's a doorway, who are they letting through and who are they not letting through? That's the question nobody ever asked on this planet. Okay, so humanitarian corridor is very dangerous because if you're not what they want let in, you're gonna be left outside to die. And that's the truth here now, and that happened to a lot of groups here on this planet. The global South people. That's like where my heart is at, people, because they always getting hurt. They never not getting hurt. And it could be because I'm the offspring of my DNA is I'm the offspring of my DNA is Jean-Jacques Dessalines. Revolution is my DNA. My ancestors. We go against injustice. We don't believe in injustice. We believe in fairness for every being on this planet. So the older I get, I get really very happy about my what flow through my blood because we're like that's wrong, man. That's wrong now. That ain't cool. So my heart always breaks for the indigenous of South America. My heart breaks for a lot of different ethnic groups within the continent of Africa. I feel really bad for them. My heart always breaks for my people. It always do. Sometimes I feel really heavy and weighted about these things that's going on the planet. But yeah, but this stuff right here, and this logistic constraint conditions are difficult. Basically, when they said it, nobody's gonna be held accountable for the crimes, people. It's perversion, man. And then they have security situation. It's complex. What when they mean it's complex, like in Haiti, like it's complex. The very same people talking about they're the one that have created it. That's the hubris about the whole thing. I like shoot, they created it, but they talking about it's complex. I said they just told you they created it. It's just complex over there. They're telling you they created. Because they're like parasites. They literally are human tapeworms, man. They literally are real maggots in the bottom of the goddamn trash can, man. Literally, that's what that whole network is. It's really dark, man. It's really, really vile to say the least. And then they have like sustainability, where they're talking about sustainability like long term impact, funding, development, survival. I like sustainable for who? When there's no funding, they're gonna leave. And then they have like as a strategy, we're transitioning out. They're not transitioning out. That means that they made such a mess they don't know what to do about it. They're leaving. That's what right now we're in January 27, 2026. We're hearing them screaming election in the country Haiti. People, they made such a mess, the whole NGO community, which is over 10,000, made such a mess over there. They don't know how to fix a damn thing. Why would they? It's not their land. If they were just there for the money, they weren't there for anything. They weren't there because they loved the people. They're there for their pocket. They weren't there because they had a moral connection place, DNA or anything. No, it's such a hot mess that they don't know what to do. That right now they're screaming election, election. I'm like, well, damn, election with 2 million people on the street, y'all had burned out of their home. Election, election. I like election. With who? Let's go to election. I like for me, I feel like they took a whole damn trash can, dumped it on the table, and it's like I'm like those characters got issues. Every last one of those are like trash. I like, dang, you ain't got one dud here, man. Damn, you ain't got not even a damn pond that anybody in their right mind would actually vote or even look at. Everything there, none of it hold a smell test. God damn, you got yourself in a predicament. But for me, I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it a long time ago because I'm telling you, it works in perversion. I'm telling you. I knew it. I knew it way before it happened. Way, 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 way before it happened. And then they also have lesson learned. We reflected. And this is what they say. Like I remember, especially the last little micro. Most people don't know Haiti. Now we have bigger intervention than that. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was security guards. I don't know if those were crisis act. I don't know what the hell that Kenyan situation was. Because anybody ever been in Haiti when Haiti had an intervention, you know that was not an intervention. I don't know what that stuff was to even to this very day. I'm like, it's not an intervention. Because typically Haiti intervention, Haiti's treated like an open air prison. I'm being honest. The owner of the land is treated like an open air prison, and everybody comes into Haiti. You have more supremacy than the actual owners, which are the Haitians at the bottom of the totem pole because of the way the NGO system set it up. That's how all the violence and all the crimes and everything. And I guess it was so bad, people. It was so bad that they couldn't get the Haitians to buy into an intervention. They couldn't get them to buy into it. And it was so bad. And when I knew it went bad, was that the Kenyans were just protecting the American embassy and the French embassy and the Canadian embassy. But far as where the population was at, because it was like, it was equivalent to spitting in the ocean. It's really what that was. That wasn't intervention. It was spitting in the ocean. You have 3 million population. What the heck is 200 people gonna do? And in actuality, if you count it, um, I you'll be hard pressed to even find 200 heads. So it's like, for me, it was like monkey business. It was like they had 80 people at best, maybe 50 people. They didn't have 200 people at all. Um, I don't know if they may have come close to 100, but nowhere near what they were saying. It was hollow. It was like, I guess they had to keep optic because they kept saying it. They had to do something because they would become a laughing stock on the world stage. So I guess they went and get some security guards so people stopped laughing at them or something like that. But that's not intervention. And then these actors or actresses, wherever they got them from the Bush and wherever they got these people from, they kept on because I remember they went out. Um, it was just a heaping hot mess, and they couldn't. And then they went out on Gracie. Gracie, they went to Gracie, and it was just a hot mess. The people OD'd. It's a nation that OD'd on intervention, to be honest with you. And I personally think any kind of intervention that's done without the permission of people on that land is going to go south. And whoever name is tied up with that, believe it or not, is going to be left holding the water bottle, and it's not going to be the country now. Because I think because they've let the world know clear as day, no intervention under no circumstance. And I think it's because they OD'd on it. And I personally, I'm anti it. I'm like, for what? What are they gonna do? Rape the kids, men, women, children? They're gonna bring cholera? Do they have some kind of fancy disease nobody know that they want to bring in here? What are they gonna do? Um, Create more enclaves? Live high on the horse? And they what? They want to redline more of this place? They're gonna take pictures and make money? What exactly they gonna do? It's like, and I realized that we had zero respect for them. Zero. We had zilch for them. There was zero respect from us to them. And then I realized it went sour. Well, we ain't got no love for them. We're like, we don't care. You don't care neither. We just need for you to pack your bag and get the hell out of here. Your president is no longer here. Actually, your president hasn't been needed here for a long time. And I just think that the bridge was burned. And I think the bridge really got burned permanently with the whole NGO complex in Haiti, is when organ harvesting was taking place on the terrain. When little kids were being snatched up from different parts and the organs were being removed. And that's something that I talk about a lot, is the organ harvesting. And it's something I talk a lot about because this is a reality. And it hurts to know that people coming with perversion wearing halos and they over there organ harvesting people. Human beings, okay? Will human beings' body become commodity like that? That show you what grotesque level. That's what I'm saying. It's a rot in that stuff, man. It's a rot. Um, the truth is, when the real government come online, there's a lot of people gonna have to answer for these things that went on that terrain. So, and so you'll say, we're reflecting. Man, and they didn't learn a damn. They don't care about that stuff. They have no attachment to the damn place. It was money. Yeah. What y'all gonna do about? Yeah, we calculate. Yeah, we did it. I mean, it's just it really is a despicable system, man. And then they have impact assessment. We're measuring the system. No, no, no. I just told you it's about perversion. It's not about success. It's not created for success. It's created for dependency. Value for money, efficient use of fund. No, they don't. The only efficient use of the fund is when they use it on their family and their personal need, and then also it's mine before it even get to the land. Okay, this meet global standard people. There is no real global human rights organization. So how will we have a global standard? There is no global standard. Absolutely no global standard. So what are they talking about here? More perversion, more wearing halos and acting like angels of light, man. They can miss me with that little nonsense. Like, oh, I like miss me with that, you know. And then they have like global partnership, shared responsibility, shared cover. No, what they mean in here, they want you to fund them and whatever malarkiness that they come up with. And let me tell you, that boy, they like I said, they have the beautiful charm of fence. They know how to put together a powerful PowerPoint and stuff, man. Really sound like they're gonna do something, they gonna bust a move, but they ain't gonna do none of that stuff. They ain't gonna do a damn thing. What they're gonna do is pop that money. That's all they're gonna do here, okay? And then mutual, multilateral approach. What multilateral approaches have so many damn countries and have so many people involved that it's hard for you to pinpoint like who to blame. Is it us? Is it them? Is it her? Is it him? Is it? It's more like is it him? No. Is it her? No. Is it me? No. Say it's not. Yes. It's like more tricks. Trick stuff for kids, man. Stupid rabbits. But that's basically what this multilateral approach crop is about them. And then they have like donor coordination, pretty much alignment matter, donors priority comfort. You said fry my voice because it's just nonsense. This is them actually being very parasitic and using human emotion to get to stuff like that. And then they have funding cycle, like just like a job, they have seasons. You have like the rush seasons. I would say like during the holidays, but like the kids need gift, the kids need we let's make it a merry Christmas. They need toys, they need clothes, they need this, they need that, you know. And it's like that's the time I'll say the holidays when they do all the begging, and they're like, I need to feed them, I need to feed them, I'm gonna have to feed them. No, they're not asking to feed them, they ask to feed their own damn self and their family. Okay, and then they have like the neutral actors. We're neutral. We and then I'm like, they're not neutral. They're the ones in the background doing the most. They just sitting here looking. Oh, no, they're not. They the ones doing the most in the background. Shut up, please. And then they have the impartial assistant aid with bias. Every aid come with condition, people. There's no such thing as aid that don't come with condition, okay? And do no harm. We avoid harm. Like, shoot, the whole thing is harm. The whole thing is built on perversion, man. They talking about. You're like harm it's externalized, especially if they can smash down on the locals, the real owners of these terrain. And then they have protections are in place like safeguard. Those safeguard protection, that crap is always on paper. That crap is never in real life, okay? And then they have like what they call risk mitigation. We reduce the risk for themselves, and also to they know everything. These are calculated wickedness that they doing, okay? And then community engagement. We listen. No, they don't. Don't give a damn. They want to tell you, dictate to you. That's what this is. Shareholder consultation. It's a business model, people. Um, Basically, they come up with a script and they want to have all the right actors and actresses in place and have selective things they want them to say. And the people would do all that. And then they have like local ownership, local led. This is malarkiness. It's local led. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's one of the tricks a lot of people fall for. No, it's not. Because the reason is real grassroots organization. They don't need you. Real grassroots is its name is grassroots. It don't really fund from outside because Haiti is like the king of grassroots organization. The people in Haiti that really do the work are not the NGOs. They're not the Westerners. The Westerners are in for their pocket. The Westerners don't do crap over there. That's why they overstay their welcome and it's on the terrain for them, and they know that, and they know they got to go. They don't know what to do with themselves. They know they got to take. We're like, please take that machine and go somewhere else. Woo, please go somewhere else. Can use all this bad government. Ooh, please take that stuff with y'all. Ooh, y'all too much. Ooh, you people do too much. Please take that stuff with y'all somewhere else. Ooh, we're burned out. We're tired. Please spread the love. Spread the love somewhere else. Take take your bad government and yourself. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Spread the love. Spread it somewhere else. Ooh. I'm like, please spread that crap somewhere else. Somewhere else can use all that bad advice. Ooh. So, and then they have like innovation hubs and stuff. Basically, I would like actually keep doing going down and down and down about what this is, but I'm like just burned out to be honest with you. Um, when it comes to talking about this, because see, look, I've been on my little soapbox for almost an hour here. That's just to show you, I could do this all day. I'm anti it. It could be my personal background. I don't see anything good in it. I just see a bunch of perversion in it. I see people that have the most wicked, cruel, no conscience, but really good at calculating risk. And in spite of the risk, can I get away with it? How much money I will make? And that's when you look at the organ harvesting situation. So I'm like, wow, y'all crazy. Y'all bought a whole black man, y'all bought the dark economic for real here, and it's being labeled humanitarian and human aid and stuff like that. And I think that stuff gangster. That's gangster, man. They getting paid too. They getting paid. They getting paid dropping guns, bullets, drones, um, organ harvesting, human hunting, uh, guinea pig, different medication. I mean, shoot, they in the money, they in the money. But what a dark economic system. They in the money, they in the money. Yeah, I just personally have no respect for the whole thing, man. I just don't. I mean, I'm like, mm, and it's not that we cynical. We just like, you don't do nothing. It could be that I came from a place where it didn't work. It failed spectacularly. Right now they into organ harvesting, baby. They organ harvesting, baby. They PDFing. Ooh, ooh. They burning homes down now. Ooh, ooh. They got even some being the security guard. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It just, yo, y'all just don't know how bad we want them to go. We like go, and I think that right now. I think they're being told politely to go, but over time it's not going to be politely, because number one, they have no biological connection to the land, and they got to get their tail out of there. Personally, I don't give a damn where they go. Just take that. Make sure. Please take your organ harvesting infrastructure with y'all. Please, please, by all means, take that. Um, take the whole narco situation y'all doing, because it's illegal to be growing drugs over there. But these are the NGOs doing it. You know, they got a whole lot of things they doing they're not supposed to be doing over there. A lot of the stuff they doing, organ harvesting, they can go to jail for that, but they still doing it. I'm just not a fan of the thing, and I think who I am plays a big part in it, and I think because I'm Haitian, it plays a big part in it. I don't see anything good from it, and I think my country has been a big victim of it. So you'll be hard pressed to find Haitians that are very cerebral that can find anything good about it, to be honest with you. We don't, really cerebral. Someone that's not being emotional, someone that's not thinking with their sleeve, someone that's analyzing and looking at it. And if they want to be truthful, they're like, there's a rot in there, man. It's rot, man. Some putrid that's in there, man. It's like a real glowworm. And I would say that because it looks so beautiful from the outside. If you look at the whole NGO structure, all these beautiful flower words. But if you go inside of that stuff, whoo, they're not in there. Have you ever seen a glowworm? Well, that's what that is to me. It's a glowworm system. Because I remember I was watching National Geographic. I saw a beautiful little butterfly and stuff like that, and the glowworm had gotten to it. And when I first saw it, before they started talking about it, I wanted to see because it was so beautiful. I thought like, oh, that looks like they're glowing. But when I saw how they feast, I like, for the first time on the planet, there was something that explained the NGO system, the dark version, dark economic. And I thought the glowworm explained it perfectly. Because exterior, they can grab your attention because it looks so beautiful. And that was what the NGOs did. They grabbed the world attention with the way they sold the crisis of Haiti, the way they sold it to the human race. They grab your attention. Just like glowworm, it would capture you. But what the world didn't see was the feasting they were doing on the people of Haiti, the country, the culture, the history, everything. The world didn't see that part, but the Haitians did. And I think that's why we have a real animus. It's not playing. I mean, this stuff's not. It's like we just like, yeah, we know what y'all about. Now go away and don't come back. Pack your little bags up and get off the train. Yeah, go away. What is the problem here? Go away. So that's basically where it's at. Never come back. Go away. So that's like the vibe on the side of town. I'm like, they need to go away. They need to pack their bags up. All those enclaves and shut down. So the good thing is prophecy is that they're gonna call all those people back home. So that's the good part about the whole thing. They're gonna be calling them home anyway. But I can't wait. I'm like, they need to call them home right now. They're gonna call them all back. So it ain't gonna be too long, Haitians. They're gonna call them people out of our country. They're where they originated from. We're gonna call them every last one of them. They're gonna have a recall on them, and then the recall is that if they caught there, which they're gonna do a recall for all of them. All of them gonna have to go back home. Every last one of them. I said they all gotta go back. They all gotta go back. The other guys gotta get out of there too. hmm So that made me feel really good too. They all gotta get their tail out. They've been told too. That's why you see that ramped up killing because now they're upset. They gotta get their tail out of there too. So with that being said, my babies, but that's what that is. I mean, I didn't even do the 400 thing because I was just getting mad because I looked at it. I don't see nothing in it. There's a rot in the damn thing. It doesn't deliver. Uh, it just doesn't deliver. Maybe it don't deliver in global black countries. Maybe it don't deliver there, and maybe it don't deliver in some global brown countries. Maybe deliver outside this term, but it don't deliver. I'm sure you might have areas where it deliver a monocorn stability, but not much. Um, yeah, that's insane. But it didn't deliver. So not a fan of it. I think it's bad government, and I think that what it's doing here is keeping real, real people that got the love for the human race, people that want to help the human race. Right now, what it's doing is occupying a seat that's not it to occupy. You know, it's like it's faking the funk, fronting like it's humanitarian. It's not humanitarian at all. Remember, I just told you organ harvesting, right? You cannot be humanitarian organ harvesting people that didn't do anything to you. You can't be humanitarian if you are human hunting all four corners of this planet. People don't realize there's actually real human hunting going on under the NGO moniker on this planet. I mean, yeah, this is taking place in real time, man. These people out here like PDF and little ones in all four corners of Earth under the whole label NGOs and stuff like that. That's why you see all the little kitty little pictures like, come on over here. Just like you have people pimp grown folks, they pimping these little ones on this planet. I mean, it's a very grotesque system, man. It's more dark than it's very dark. It's very, very, very dark. It just masquerades as light. And you know what? Some people might hear that and might go tick 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 tick. But there'll be people, if they're not being emotional, they know I'm telling the truth. They know I'm telling the truth. It's a very dark industry, man. It's very, very dark. It's not for the faint of heart. No, it's not. And I'm like, y'all talking about y'all wanna put an end to stuff. Y'all might want to look into what they doing in this so-called NGO arena. The monsters y'all looking for, y'all might be able to find them in there. The ones running around this planet. Mm. If on the carpet, y'all be amazed what's under these carpets called NGOs now. Anyway, please like and subscribe. And like I said, mm-mm, they need to go away and never come back. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a great one. And people, stop being naive. We don't have any real um, human organization out here helping human. It's just a bunch of people doing perversion, running around this planet masquerading as angel of light with halos on their heads, and it's full of perversion. Don't get me wrong. You might have like 1% that really is about that lifestyle. Mm, Let me be a little generous, 5%, but 95%, child, please, 5%. It's gonna be real. There's a lot of monsters out here on this dimension or this plane, man. There's a lot of monsters out here, man. Wee. I was joking around, said the monsters we're looking for. The human race better start looking around, looking at humans, man. Humans do some grotesque things to fellow human beings, man. And I'm from a place that we get it. We get it. And I don't know if it's good that we not phase easily. I don't know if it's good for us in the long run, and we're not impressed easily. So it takes a lot to impress us these days. Like you have to be a hell of the salt earth to impress me. Like literally, you have to be the salt of the planet to impress me. I'm not impressed easily at all. And I don't take people at face value what they say. I don't care about what you say. I just look at your action. I don't care about that. And I think that's probably the good thing it did. It taught us not to care about words. We don't care about words. Yeah, that sounds pretty. You don't mean nothing. You want to do what? I don't care about that. You need to show me. Show me more than you can tell me. I don't care about none of that stuff. I don't care about none of that stuff. None of that stuff you talking about. And I think that when we like, we care about none of that stuff. None of that stuff you talking about. I don't care about none of that stuff. I've heard all this stuff before. Show me. So that's where I'm at. So you might as well say I'm the show me lady. And if it sounds too flowery, I'm like, mm-hmm. You wanna do all that? Oh, you don't even know us. You don't have no DNA to display. You ain't attached. You gonna do all that? What? You love us like that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, that's what they were saying when they organ harvested them up in here. That's what they were saying when they PDF them, right? That's what they say when they out there at the United Nations. They owe reparation. They ain't paid no reparation. I'm like, dang. I don't think we getting reparation. I think the United Nations will go out of business before we get reparation. People owe reparation and people try to do another intervention. That shit is comical. I like not. See, that's hubris. They owe you money, but they trying to come in and make money off you. I like somebody please send a cease and discontinue them. You can't be owing me money until about you coming in my house now. Mm-mm. 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 Uh-uh. 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 What you think? Round two, more barbecue meat. Round two, more barbecue meat. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's good. We know them suckers about. We just know the inside them suckers. We can spot them suckers. Them suckers. Them suckers. One It's sad we can spot them suckers 100 miles on. Yeah, we see you sucker. We see you sucker. We see you suckers, suckers, suckers. Please like and subscribe. Bye.